Hi everybody, welcome. I am so excited that you're able to join me today. I'm so excited finally to release my life work, basically. My lifelong dream of helping people become entrepreneur and to live the lifestyle I only dreamt of just years ago. Okay, so this is a little bit about myself here and how this is how Airbnb and corporate rentals can give you freedom. So this is for the first time joining me. I am Chow Ong. I am a founder, CEO, MBA, doctor of pharmacy, and this is about how you can make six-figure working of just a few hours per day. Okay, I am very pumped about this. Let's roll right into it. So why Airbnb and corporate rentals? You can replace your income within 6 to 12 months with just a few rentals. I did it. I actually replaced my six-figure income in 12 months with 20 rentals while working a full-time job. Once set up, you will only need to schedule to work, not schedule, but to work only about 1 to 2 hours per day to manage a portfolio. I have over 30 plus Airbnb rentals now, and I'm making six-figure income, and I will show you exactly how you can do it as well. Okay, are you ready? Now my story is I'm an immigrant from a third world country. When we first came to America, I was about 10 years old, and we all slept in a tiny one bedroom. All four of us, both my parents, me and my sister, slept on the same bed because that's all we can afford. We actually stay in an apartment. That one right there that you see is the apartment that we stay in. It's actually a really bad neighborhood. I did not know about it. I was just a kid. I thought it was fun going to a new place, but it actually turned out as one of the worst neighborhoods you can be in the whole state. Anyway, so that's my background. This is our backyard right here. Or when you take a picture, all you can see is the fence. That's how big the backyard is. Okay, and this picture down here is when there was in Vietnam, where my parents were. You can see the background here is really poor, really poor places. And this is my teenage years. You can see I didn't get much for my birthday, but my parents took care of me. I felt I was loved, and and that's. I'm just super grateful for them because they gave me everything basically. So that's why I was determined to achieve the American dream, not just for me, but for my parents, for my family as well. I started many businesses since 11, selling candy at school, to trading Pokemon cards, to you name it. I've done it, selling ice cream, selling Italian ice, all of that, okay? Some of them successful, some of them fail. Lost a lot of money, lost a lot of time, but I learned a whole ton as well, So I thought that the traditional education was the way. I got my bachelor in business, and then I went on to get my doctorate in pharmacy. And I'm not saying that it didn't help. It definitely certainly helped me to become who I am today, and I'm definitely grateful for all those things I learned in school that's able to help me to become more mature, more focused, more able to connect with others better. But it doesn't provide me the freedom lifestyle that I always wanted. Okay, so why? Because I think the traditional school model is actually outdated. It's not broken, because broken is that it doesn't work, but outdated meaning that it doesn't really, it doesn't really provide you the true skills that you need to live the freedom lifestyle in the 21st century that we live in. But that's a whole nother topic. So my journey to true freedom, when I became a pharmacist, my parents were really proud of me, of course, and I was proud of myself too. It's really a hard job. Anybody that earned that kind of degree, high respect for you guys, because I knew, I knew what it takes. I know what it took. Basically 60 hours a week, man, for years to earn that. I did it in 3 years. It was only an accelerated program. So for me, it took about 60 hours a week, man. And I trying to do other things, but I really couldn't have time to do anything else. But anyway, so I did it. But when I get out, there was really no freedom, you know. I was stressed out every single day. It was like hell, really, honestly. I had no breaks. Corporate America sucked the blood and life out of me. They told me what time I had to be there, what I needed to dress, you know, how much time I got for lunch. And I was lucky I had a lunch because, you know, at other companies, you know, other corporations for this industry, they actually gave no lunches, or they actually give you a lunch, but they give you so much responsibility that you don't even have time to take a lunch. How many know what I'm talking about, you know? So, I mean, every lunch was like a devouring competition, basically. You can only eat within a few minutes, really. So I felt so trapped, and I was driving an hour to work and then an hour home, and I had to just have more and more responsibility all the time. I worked so hard in the first few years, and at my pharmacy actually won the Pharmacy of the Year here, as you can see in the district, which is very, very good. You know, it's Pharmacy of the Year. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that, you know. But what we got rewarded was decreasing our tech help, and then increasing our goals and our matrix. Why? Because we were performing so well that they know that they can get more out of us. So without really giving us much of a raise, I mean, 2% doesn't really keep up with inflation, you know. I mean, you know, I really don't blame them, but at the same time, you know, I know it's not the life that I want to live, and most of my friends feel that way too. I mean, corporate America is really the model is pretty outdated as well, you know. I mean, you know, maybe it worked for our parents, our great-parents, great-grandparents, grandparents, where they work, they have a pension, they retire. But as we know, pension is no longer available. You know, we have to take care of our own retirement. And I know even though I was making six-figure income, I was only making enough to pay off the mortgage, pay off my bills, and pay off some of my debts, school loans, you know, shopping, food, all of that. So basically you break even. So I knew that there gotta be a better way to gain my freedom and to live the life of my dream, you know. And I really didn't want to I really wanted people to tell me what to do when I want to do it. And I knew there gotta be a better way. So I tried for so many things on the hustle on the side, all kind of MLM since I was 18, online marketing, sales, real estate investment course, seminar, flying all over America for seminars. And but it really didn't work for me. And it did work for somebody. Maybe I wasn't ready at the time, but I finally found out about a secret that I'm about to share with you that will change my life forever. Okay, and that secret, my friend, is so valuable that it took me like years and years of fine-tuning and finding it and making it into a system. So what I'm about to share with you is my life greatest secret that allowed me to gain my freedom. So I hope you really take this to heart and really run with it and really create the life of your dream as well. That's the biggest thing I want for you. So the secret is subletting Airbnbs and corporate housing. Let me let that sink in. And so dreams do come true, okay? I built it one at a time, and after a year I had over 20 plus properties, and I would generate six-figure income working part-time and saying goodbye to the corporate America slavery factory, and then say hi to the freedom for life. You know, I now only work 1 to 3 hours per day, managing a portfolio and making six figures. I get to do what I want, when I want, where I want, and most importantly, with whom I want. This is my lovely wife, my lovely family. I was able to provide my parents with their dream home, 15-feet ceiling. You know, the home looked like a castle. It's really nice, and all the amenities. Brand new home. You know, Tesla Model X, honeymoon in Hawaii, had a dream wedding. So, you know, able to take my family on cruises, took them to Hawaii too. So yeah, I mean, life is really good. You know, life is amazing right now. But I owe all of this to really this secret. Able to provide for my family is a great thing, especially my parents for all that they've done for me. Is one of my driving force, especially my mom, my dad, who has sacrificed everything to move to another world, another country, learn a new language, and slave 15 hours per day for me for years. Okay, so I hope you can do that for your loved one as well. Everything is possible if you believe. You just take the leap of faith in it to achieve your dream. Okay, so the secrets of the trade is that cash is not king, my friend. Cash flow is. What if you can make $600 to $1,500 per month more on each of your rental? Why not do it? You can have millions of dollars of asset, but if you have no cash flow, will you feel rich or poor? If you have no cash flow and you have millions of dollars in asset, but you can't even have enough to pay all your bills, if you have negative cash flow, you will feel pretty poor, right? I mean, yeah. On the other hand, even if your asset is like zero, but if you have cash flow of like 10, 20, 30 grand a month coming in every month, how will you feel? You feel pretty rich, right? Yeah. That's why cash flow is your bloodline. Cash flow is king. If you have positive cash flow, you feel rich. If you have negative cash flow, I don't care if you have a net worth of $10 million, you feel poor, right? I mean, there's so many multi-millionaires that go broke because they have negative cash flow, over time, or something happened. But anyway, so focus on cash flow. Yeah? That's the most important thing. You don't even have to own rentals to sublet. It took me years to figure that out. I did not know that. I wish I knew that earlier. But all things happen for a reason. So hopefully you know this when you are a lot younger than I was. Basically, you can rent the house, the place, and then you just rent it out on Airbnb or the website similar to Airbnb's, and make a killing. So Airbnb is a multi-billion dollars company, guys, but how many houses do they actually own? Zero, right? Zero. I really want you to think about that. There's a reason for that, okay? And I will go over into it a little bit here. So I'm gonna show you the secrets that even most Airbnb hosts, super hosts, don't even know about, okay? Because corporate rental is the best kept secret in this industry, guys. Corporate rental been happening forever. What do I mean by corporate rental? Corporate rental is when a company rents a home for their employees for a certain period, short term, 2, 3, 4 months, finish a project, construction, whatever, and they go, or the insurance company who wants to pay more, and pay longer extended stay than other people because they need to repair their home, they have flood damage, they have hail, tornado, hurricane, whatever, So it's better to have your property as long-term, 14 days, than short-term stay, because short-term stay will only have about 50% vacancies. And I mean, we'll have about 50% vacancies, which is a lot, And the long-term stay only have about 20 to 30% vacancy, which is very little. Plus long-term stay, you can manage it a lot easier, because how would you like to change this, manage it every few days and people move out? No, right? I mean, our average stay is about 1 to 2 months. Every 1 to 2 months, they move out. I send them the checkout direction. I send the mail. I get the maintenance guy fixing stuff, all of that stuff. I have a whole team that do it, and I can really control all that through the phone. I don't even have to be there, because why waste my time to be there when they can clean better than I can, they can fix things better than I can, they can do a lot more things better than I can, because I don't have that skill in that area. I give them I give them more jobs than they want, and I help them to achieve their dream, provide for their family. So it's a win-win situation for everybody. Everybody win, right? So my mission is to help as many people as possible to be free from the 9-to-5 grind and really live the life that they dreamt of. Okay, I know that this model, anyone can achieve their dream, because I have, and I come from a very humble beginning, didn't know English, didn't know anything about the Western world, and I did it. Why can't you, right? I mean, but also this is a very like a no-brainer. Is really is one of the easiest thing you can do to really make income. Honestly, because I have tried so many things, like even open a brick and mortar business, to spend hundreds of thousands, $300,000, $400,000 to open a business like that, and MLMs, to selling ice cream, Italian ice, to internet marketing, to everything. This is, I can tell you from my experience, this is the easiest, least maintenance thing that you can do with your life. Why? Because the people that rent your home, they don't want you to bother them every day, right? So you don't have to do anything until something breaks down or some whatever, and then you call the maintenance people, and that's it, and they show up, they fix the thing, and then everything is good. I mean, shoot, I mean, it's super amazing. And I probably get that phone call like once a month, maybe. I mean, that's pretty good for making 6-figure income. Once a month per house is what I'm saying. But I really only work about 1 to 2 hours per day right now to manage my portfolio, right? The rest of the time I just pursue other hobbies, dreams, vacation, whatever I want to do. So the beautiful thing about this is that this business, you don't need a license, education, hundreds of thousands of dollars like a brick and mortar business, or to get an education, anything like that. You don't even need to own any real estate. All you need to do is magic. Just kidding. Next thing, I'm going to show it to you here. So what is your mission? Most importantly is your mindset and your why. If money and time is no object, what passion would you pursue? Every morning, close your eyes and imagine 3 moments in your life that you are most thankful for, and then imagine connecting to the source of energy or God that pray to your loved ones. And then think about the 3 dreams that you always wanted to do, your wildest dream. If money and time is no object, what would your life look like? If you do that, guys, every single morning, every single day, do it right now with me, you will eventually rewire your brain to become more focused on your vision and less distracted about all the petty things that are going on in your life. And then your vision will pull you to that dream. So what does your perfect day look like? What does it feel like? What will you be doing? How would you feel? How would you act if you're a multi-millionaire, if you make 6-figure income, if you only have to work a few hours a day to achieve that? How would you feel? What would you do with your free time? Take your wife to nice places, take care of your parents, maybe foundation work, or community work, whatever you want to do, guys. But really, really know that you can do it. Okay? So there's a few ways of doing Airbnb or corporate rental. You can rent your space out perfectly if you are single, and if you have a bigger house, you don't mind sharing your space, you can make sure $1,000, $2,000 extra right there. And then Airbnb arbitrage is that if you have a big house, instead of just rent out a room, you can rent the whole place and then book another small Airbnb or stay with your parents, your friend during the nights that you are booked. And this is a good way to earn at least $1,000 to $3,000 a month right off the bat. This can pay off your mortgages, expenses, sometimes even, for sure, for some of you that you can even like get your freedom off of this one simple strategy. Okay? And then the other strategy, you convert your own rental. If you own your own rental right now, you convert it into Airbnb and quadruple your cash flow. Usually a traditional rental only make about $100 a month, maybe, if $200 you're lucky. With my model, you can make about $600 to $1,000 a month net cash flow. So if you're looking into investing in real estate too, this is also a good time too, to invest in real estate. I own real estate before this business, and I was not cash flowing at all. I just paid basically enough to pay the mortgage and the maintenance. But since I converted some of my rental into, actually all of my rental now into Airbnb, they are all killing it. They're making at least $500 to $1,000 a month, every single month per home. and cash flow after mortgage, after everything. Okay, so now here is an example of one of probably the best way to do it too. If you are low on funds, if you're just starting out, if you still working a job and all of that, is that subletting. Like I said, so basically you just rent a home for long term, a year, 2 year, furnish it and lease it out. That's it. So whatever the rental amount is, you can double that, and this is your monthly rate for short-term furnished rental. Let's say a 3-bedroom in my area is run for about $1,700. You would charge $3,400 per month minimum if I rent it out right now, because I'm providing a value. Like instead of they having to do the utilities, internet, furnitures, and all of that, and then sell it later. They can just rent out places and then just leave, and they don't have to worry about any of that. So we did all the legwork in the front to set it up just like a hotel place. Except it's cheaper than hotel, because that's why one reason why they do it like this, and they feel more like home, because it's an actual home. It's not a hotel. So we have the kitchen, we have the washer and dryer, all of that. So it really feels like more homey to them, than hotel. A lot of people like that, So anyway, so you look at all of this and subtract all that. Even the vacancy, I factored in 20% right there, and then your net profit about $620 to $700 a month. So this is a rule of thumb. You should do a lot of research, your comparable, your properties, all of that. But look at that. I mean, if you do 5 houses, that's about $3,000 a month. That could replace a lot of people's income. And if you do 10 houses, that's $6,000 a month. That would replace most people's income, and you get your freedom. I did 20 because my income was 6-figure. And it took me a whole year to do it, because I was starting out. I didn't have anybody to guide me to do it. But imagine if you have somebody like me who already been there and done that and guide you through this, how fast can you do it? You can do it within half the time. And if your income is less than 6-figure right now, you can take even less than half the time to replace your income. So you can potentially replace your income within the next 90 days, 3 months, and you can have the freedom. The freedom, guys, is the most valuable thing. I don't care about the big houses, the car, all that is really nice, thank God for it. But the most important thing is my freedom, guys, because I'm able to do what I want to do, when I want to do. I wake up when I want to do it. Today I wake up at 9 o'clock because I feel like it, okay? Some other days I wake up 5 o'clock if I want to, I go to the gym and do all of that, whatever. Who cares, right? It's your life, right? So you gotta design your life the way you want it, So anyway, guys, I really hope you guys are really taking action, really seeing the potential here and seeing how it can change your life. You have to take action to achieve your dreams now. The only time you have is now, right? Tomorrow is a myth. It might not come. Tomorrow really never comes. You only have today, really. The past is only the past. You can't do nothing about that. Future, you can't do anything about that. You can only do what you can today. So do you love your life? So then do not squander time. Because that's the stuff that life is made of, guys. Time. And most importantly, like Steve Jobs said, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition, guys. Because somehow you already know the ways, right? So I know we connect for a reason. I know that you are meant to do your thing, guys. Like create something or have something or pursue your passion, and you need freedom to do that. You need freedom to do that. Everybody needs freedom to pursue their dreams. We were not meant to slave away at the 9 to 5 and grind it out every day and then go home and we'll turn on the box and 30 years later and turn back and say, oh man, look what happened. I don't know, all right, let's go and pass out forever. No, right? That's not the life to live. That's most people live in a life of quiet desperation. I want to um, and only a few percentage have figured it out. And I want you to bring you to on the other side, to where all these great entrepreneurs have figured it out, have lived the life they dream. Because I mean, guys, life is short, guys. You turn around, it's 10 years, 20 years already, you know? I mean, I know I look young, but I mean, you know, I mean, I'm not that young, right? I mean, you turn around and every year it's go by like that, you know? What if you don't do anything now, you look back and you 5 years, 10 years, and then you're not haven't done anything with your life. Like, you're not pursuing any of your dream. Nothing happened, you know? I mean, you're still in the same place, even worse, you're in the worst place. So why not take the time now within a few months and change your life forever, get your freedom forever, and then really pursue what you are passionate about, guys. What are you passionate about? That's what I care about. What do you want? What do you want? Not what I want for you, what do you want? But I know that freedom is what required to get you there. You know, that's why I'm so passionate about this, and I hope you can feel that, because you know, freedom is not free, right? Freedom took a lot of guts, a lot of fight, and a lot of people, a lot of sacrifices. But we live in a country of freedom, but without financial freedom, there are no freedom. So you gotta have financial freedom, guys. So this is financial freedom, and it will provide you with great cash flow and minimum time to manage it, so you can have time to do other dreams and goals yours. And I truly believe this is one of the best, greatest business you can get in for you and your family for years to come, you know. So Lao Tzu said, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. This is a single step, guys, but to take that step is the hardest step, because the first step. But once you take it, it's going to be easier and easier and easier. So don't procrastinate, guys. Procrastination is the thief of time. So make sure you call it, guys. It's like Charles Dickens said, you know. So I mean, time is life, basically. And if you procrastinate, you're wasting your life, guys. You're wasting your life, guys. Don't do that to yourself, please. You know, I mean, your family depending on you, your future generation depending on you, your ancestor depend on you. No, I'm just kidding. You know, that's the Asian in me. But no, I'm just kidding about that. But you know, everybody depend on you. So make sure you do the best you can. You know, with whatever you have right now is your time. You know, so sign up for my course, guys. Let me help you to earn your freedom within the next 12 months. I can definitely help you to do that. You can live the life you dream, and you will look back without any regrets and said, you know, I'm sure glad I took that leap of faith and did that, you know. And I know for sure that if you give it just a few hours a day of your time for the next 12 months, if you really let me help you on this path, you will achieve your freedom. If you just few hours a day, couple days, couple hours here, couple hours there, you know, and then when you look back and you really take all the steps that I'm going to show you, you know, you will earn that cash flow, and then you will be like, wow, this is amazing. Like, my dream have already came true within a year. You know, I can live whatever I want to do, wherever I want to go. I don't have to say yes sir, no ma'am to nobody. You know, like, I mean, you know, I get to choose what I would do on a daily basis. I get to get the freedom, the lifestyle. I get to provide for my parents, provide for my wife, my kids. You know, take them to Disney World, take them to vacation, cruise, whatever you want to do. You know, and yeah, I really hope that this can help some people. And help some people make that leap of faith, guys, and change your life forever. And that will mean the whole world to me. You know, I'm doing this out of passion, my wanting to help others to achieve their dream now. And I know this is what I'm called to do, really. It's really to help others to achieve the same, because I know how much pain it took for me to go through, to just go through all that schooling, all that work, all that job, and at the end of the day, didn't know what else to do with my life, because I have already reached the pinnacle of success, I'm a doctor, you know, and of society, you know, and still couldn't really have any freedom. So I didn't know why, but now I do, and I want to help as many people as possible to go a different route than the traditional route, which is not going to go really take anywhere, you know. So hopefully this will help some people. But guys, much love, and I hope to see you on the other side. Thank you. Bye bye for now.